From deep, it's Bussey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Straight ahead, it's Morrow. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Miami's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. One thing that has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Hauls it in. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard.
He's got it at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Handoff again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Making his first move. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Hits inside. It's Pringle. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for room. It's Pringle. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a
and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looks as if he's going to run it. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Miami! The defense takes matters into its own hands. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. In the backfield, it's Horton. Breaks the tackle. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. They'll run it. Breaks into the open. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these 2 teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Makes the grab. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Mensah rushes on. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Reed. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Morrill. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Morrill. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here comes the heat. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the field goal unit is on the field. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Keeps it moving. It's Fletcher. He's past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Under pressure. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Well, I've seen this kicker make kicks from 50-plus, so I don't think he got all of that, but at the end of the day, who cares? Field goal's good.
Bringing it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Riley. Good pickup on that play. Let's give him 9 on that one, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Quick give. It's Morrow. Driven back. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Craver. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Here's Reed to throw. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Reed on the play action. Lets it go for the end zone. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. And here comes the offense on second down. Throwing, Mensah on the move. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Sells to fake. They're all over him. Turns it upfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Rush right in his face. He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Look out! Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Canes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The handoff. Makes a man miss. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with Arizona taking on the number 8 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Back over to your game at Kyle Field. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Miami's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Got him right there.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Pringle. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Rush is on. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception. You turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Reed. Out wide left, it's Horton. Looking for room at the 30. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't.
It's a seam wide open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Running inside, it's Fletcher.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Left side is Vaughn. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's Mensah to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
makes the grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Throwing Reed. Out wide right, it's Morrow. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man, knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Again, it's Reed. Moving out to the right. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Tight end now in motion. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
There he goes.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and management. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll try to do it himself. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Extending the play. Turns it on in midfield. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Fires deep on the run. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
The Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Here's Reed to throw. Out wide left, it's Craven. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the RPO got him. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a second down play. The run inside. It's Morrow across the 25. Spins away from one. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action with Reed. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Selling the fake. Finds the big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Left side is Horton. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Turns it upfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Out wide left, it's Pringle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Powers through the defender. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. Mensah. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Canes! He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He wants to go deep. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Reed. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Searching for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Turning it on. Touchdown, Miami. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. At the 45, on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Trying to do it himself. Got the first down. There's a crease. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? He's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead.